The Republicans be talking crazy. The Democrats is soft. Why does the messaging differ between the parties when they're talking to the same people? I'll tell you why. Based on the Pew Research study, the base of the Democratic and the Republican Party are two totally different groups of people. When you look at the data, you'll see that the base of the Democratic Party is made up of majority college educated individuals, and the base of the Republican Party is made up of majority non college educated individuals. Now, that's not to say that one party is smarter than the other or to try and put a feather in the cap of those that have a college degree. By no means is this video about that. This video is about understanding the messaging that we're seeing and we have seen coming from the parties to the masses. When you have a party such as the Republican Party have, where the masses are not on the majority based on the Pew study, not college educated, you don't have to get as deep in your with the messaging. You can stay shallow and pull on emotion all day. When you have a base that is majority college educated, like the Democratic Party, you're gonna have to go deep in your messaging, and it's gonna lose some people. So that's why we see the difference between the messaging and the parties, and it's wild when you start to look at what has been coming out these parties. Let me get my notes. Y'all know I love my notes and my data. Donald Trump and Kamala Harris have recently been caught on this campaign trail saying or pushing or pumping similar plans, but you have to be aware of the messaging and what they're really trying to say and get across to their base. Kamala's plan basically works towards the service industry, the tip workers. Yeah, no taxes on their tips. The GOP plan or the Republican plan, and this is something that is a tactic that they do because they understand that their base isn't going to look very, very deep and understand that there's more than what I'm actually saying. Donald Trump said, yeah, no taxes on tips. But what he didn't say is and bonuses for those salaried workers and those those high earning individuals that get yearly bonuses. They don't want to get those taxed anymore either. One plan basically benefits the working class, and one plan benefits the upper class more than it benefits the lower class, the working class, I should say. And I point that out because a lot of people don't realize that the 2017 tax cuts that Trump put in place is a part of the reason why we're dealing with the inflation that we're dealing with today. Just like I said, when you understand that your base is not going to do a lot of research, you can do what I like to call a bait and switch. You can put something shiny in their face and then have your real intentions on kind of in disguise because you know you're basically going to look into it. Democrats, not so much. They have to be a little bit more crafty with their messaging and mean what they say and actually bring some policy and data to the table. That's why you see a lot of supporters of Kamala Harris right now starting to trying to push her and pressure her, say, hey, where's the policy at? Where's the policy at, Kamala? We want policy. The Republicans don't care about policy. Democrats, they want that policy to make them feel a little bit better. Because why? They're more college educated, so they want a little bit more things that align with intellectuals want. What else I got here? Another example of the bait and switch or the vague messaging. Donald Trump told the Teamsters president, the president of the Teamsters, he did something at the Republican National Convention that I thought was very, very craftful and very thoughtful and mindful. He got up on stage and basically said, hey, we as Teamsters, we don't support anybody with a D behind their name. We don't support anybody with an R behind their name. We don't support anybody with an I behind their name. We support those that do something for us as Teamsters. So he was basically saying, what are you going to do for us? And Trump's response was basically, hey, man, you guys should support us. No real policy, no nothing, no information, no nothing. But then he gets on Twitter or X, X, with this call with Elon Musk and basically praised Elon Musk's handling of unionized workers, saying, hey, you want to unionize, you want to talk about, you want to picket, you want to boycott, we'll just fire you. Is that the messaging that you want to give to the Teamsters or any union employees? No, but he felt he was in an enclosed space with a friend of his, Elon Musk, who's on his same level, so he could talk freely as he talks. But on the campaign trail, hey, you guys should just support me. Speaking of support, We saw a strange thing between the years of 2018, 2020, and 2022 between black men and the Republican Party. Something within that Republican Party spoke to black men. Maybe it was the fact that they were using marketing directed at towards bringing black men in. We've seen them elevate Herschel Walker. We see them now elevating Royce White to Senate races on the GOP ticket. Why is that? Because they want to bring more black men in, black people as a whole. So it's no surprise that we've seen some black men actually vote, you know, for GOP candidates in the year 2020. I think it was something about 12%, I believe it was. But then we seen that number drop down in 2022 back to 6%. That tells me that, yes, while the GOP did do something to bring some black people in, they couldn't hold on to them. I'm thinking it's because once those black men got over there, they really seen what the makeup of the GOP was. And at its core, like the Pew study says, uneducated white guys. Now, once again, no shot at anybody that does not have any type of formal education, but the proof is in the pudding, according to the Pew study. So, yes, when you look at the talking points between the Democrats and the Republicans, they're going to seem starkly different. One is going to tell you, hey, their policies are trash. They look at your life is bad. You're paying at the pump higher. You're doing all this. They're going to try and elicit emotion out of you and tell you that, hey, you're living bad. Things are bad. Try and push fear and pull emotion out of you. The other party is going to tell you, hey, our policies have made inflation go to a level that we haven't seen since 2021. As of today, inflation is at 3%. You'll see a lot of policy pushed by the Democratic Party. You'll see a lot of things that they've done to try and correct what has been put in place since 2017 has created a lot of what we're dealing with today. So that's why you're going to see a stark difference in the messaging between the Republicans and the Democrats. No, one party is not extreme and just talking crazy, and no, the other party is not weak. They have pollsters, they have statisticians, they have people that's looking at the data that's telling them, hey, this is the core of our base. This is who makes up us. This is who makes up our party. You need to speak to them. So no matter how bad Trump's handlers want him to stop talking crazy, he's gonna keep talking crazy because he know that's his core. Now, where we start to see a little bit of difference is when they start to attract people that are outside of their base. And that's when their speeches and their rallies start to look a little bit different. So that's what we need to be looking out for. Peace.